All right, guys, welcome back to the last video in our series on how to get the Eastwood Plasma CNC table for free. Now, we've gone over a whole bunch of...
You walk in. No, I'm
kidding. You said, give me the table. No. So we've gone over a bunch of options, a bunch of products that sell, a bunch of quick, easy things to do to make a profit, get a side hustle rolling so you can pay this thing off as fast as possible. Now, there are what we like to call niche markets. There are things out there that don't really have a huge following, but the ones that do follow are devout. I mean, they are they are like obsessive about it. There are pieces of fandom like Comi-Con and anime and all of these things. That whole industry has a huge following and things that you can do in there that really don't have this quality of turnouts. You know, it's a lot of like drawn things or plastic things or things like that, but not really metal industrial things. So there's a void there that people can exploit and really get a good profit margin on parts by volume because there's not a lot of products in that market.
Yeah, it can be anything from like keychains to wall art to whatever.
Yeah, anything. And you find
Christmas ornaments.
Yeah, even Christmas ornaments. I mean, here's one here. This is, you know, this is a niche market, you know, but this is pets. You know, this here is a little cut of a paw and a heart. And it's just one of those things, you know, these maybe sell, probably can't get a huge margin on them, but you could sell these for, you know, $5, sub $5. I mean, because they're real metal ornaments. And if you get a little advanced and put, you know, some ribbon on them or something, Christmas time, these would sell really well. Or market them as tribute pieces. You know, someone who loses a pup, maybe they have something they want. Maybe they have a picture of their dog paw and you trace it and put it in a heart like this.
Good catch.
Thank you. Yeah. You know, maybe they lost their pet recently and they want to have a memorial piece that they could put on, you know, on their desk, or they want to hang on the tree, or, you know, maybe they want to put this on their burial dome that they put out there. You know, it's all possibilities are endless for that. Another market is your makers, you know, your DIY guys, your bladesmiths, your blacksmiths. One of the things that I'm really into, and my father is as well, is knife making. So making knife blanks like these, simply drawing the shape of a knife and getting it cut out of plate steel with this machine gives you a knife blank. Now, I've seen these knife blanks like this with all the speed holes in them for putting a handle on them. And all they have to do is put an edge, a handle, and they can harden the blade, and they have a functional knife. These things will sell just like this. I mean, this maybe took me a cut time of maybe 4 minutes, 5 minutes, maybe on the high end. And this thing will probably sell for upwards around $40 because people don't want to have to cut all these shapes out with an angle grinder and then put it on a flap disc and try to shape it. Now they can just order this from you and have a knife that is pretty close to 80% done. And it doesn't stop with just, you know, knives like this. I'm working on a couple of chef knife designs like these, where I'm actually producing a knife just like this for a sushi chef at a local restaurant that it's going to be his main knife that he uses in the restaurant. And I'm designing it and building it with this table, and then we're going to process it and harden it and finish it out afterwards. But again, these blanks, $40, $50 a piece, once you get the design out, that is huge profit margin because we're talking about $1 of material maybe, because this sheet was $36.
Yeah. Well, and what's cool is I'm looking at it even just as you're talking about it. I'm looking at it as there's so little material here and the shape of it. That's a lot of your scrap pieces.
Yeah.
From other projects.
That's the drop cuts.
Yeah.
Grab that panel there that I actually cut these out of. So this is the material that I cut it out of. And you can see this is a drop cut. This is a piece of scrap that I bought from the Metal Depot in Wilmington, Delaware. Now, this, by all other means, was probably scrap and didn't really have a lot of need for anything. So I used it, I mapped out my cuts, and I made money out of a piece of scrap that was useless. I nested some of our bottle openers, the F-bombs, nested those in there and cut a whole section out of that. And on this flip side, you can see those are the chef knives right there. And this was just scrap. So don't get rid of your drop cuts because you have money literally laying on the floor. So don't get rid of anything. You might think that a piece that's cut off is no good because you can't do anything with it. But these drop cuts will pay for themselves literally because it's literally money on the floor. But once you get a niche market, you know, the knives are a very specific niche market for me because my father makes knives and I know the market a little well. These things sell. So find that niche, find that marketplace where you can exploit that opening and lend to that industry by making some stuff on this and make some money with it. It's a recipe for success no matter how you cut it. So legalities aside, when it comes to trademarking, I see a lot of people making sports teams logos out of these pieces of metal for man caves and local bars and pubs and selling those online and putting them out. Now, at your own discretion, because technically you're using someone else's logo to make a profit. So there are some legality issues there when it comes to copyright. Do your due diligence or just play, you know, ask for forgiveness instead of permission kind of thing. But
we're not telling you to do that.
That is a huge market. That is a ginormous market. And a lot of people don't want to pay the premiums for licensed products. So,
or they can't find exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually exist, but they know what they want.
They know what they want. So they reach out to you because you do custom signs and custom metal work. And you got a customer. So whether it's knives, maybe it's Comi-Con products, maybe it's sports team products, or maybe it's just bottle openers and, you know, knickknacks. Whatever that market is that you decide to dive into it. Really lean into it, make your product efficiently, get an inventory and get it listed, and you'll sell it, I promise.
Absolutely.
So when I say you can cut anything and you can make anything with this machine, it just takes a little bit of imagination and ingenuity to figure out how to cut it, how to make it versatile, and how to make it profitable. So this is a thing that gets welded into a grill on a truck. And it says move over, but it's backwards so that when you pull up behind someone and they're going slow, they know they got to move. Now, this is just something that a customer reached out, said that they were interested in trying to make because they have a current grill with a piece of metal in it, and they didn't like the logo that was in it. It was some iron cross or something like that. So they cut it out, they gave me the dimensions, said what they wanted, and now we've got exactly what he wanted. And this here, with this cut, with this style material, this is a $150 piece. It took me probably about 20 minutes to do the design, get it mapped for the machine, and cut it on the machine. And then the plate was a piece of scrap that I had laying around. So you've got to be a little bit innovative sometimes. And again, you're solving problems. So the problem is he wants a new piece of metal in his grill that says move over. So
pretty straightforward.
Work backwards. You need the dimensions, you need some font, and you need the material, and you can cut it. So 25, 30 minutes from design to cut, and I have a $150 piece that I can sell.
Cool.
Yep. So that's it for this video series, guys. Really hope you get some value out of it. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. If you have any questions.
Would you say you hope they get a free table out of it?
I really hope you get a free table out of it. I hope that this video is a map for you to buy this table and get it paid off immediately. If you can get the table to pay for the table, and let's just say you took a line of credit to buy the table, I hope you get it paid off with the table before the first payment's due.
Go find your fence contracts, people.
That is it. But until next time, guys, just let us know if you have any questions or comments. And I want to cut some more stuff.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Cut till we're out of material.
Never.